Welcome to Hypnosis Health Info. I'm Roger Moore. Yeah, I've been preparing to teach a class in autoimmune disease, and as I've been doing the research and writing the training manual and reflecting back over the last several years of working with folks with autoimmune disease and looking at all the notes that I've gathered over the years, and one of the things that just keeps coming up over and over is the issue of stress. And stress has a very major factor on our health. And when we're stressed, we have a release of cortisol, and cortisol is a very important hormone that's released in our body that can be a really great thing because it gives us a short burst of energy. It helps focuses our senses, and in short bursts of energy, it's a great thing. But where we run into trouble is when it's a long-lasting burst of cortisol. And when it just goes on and on and on, then it impedes our health. You've all heard about the little old lady that lifted the car up off the kid, and she had saw that crisis, and she had the burst of cortisol, the burst of energy. She was able to have just unbelievable strength, lift the car up and get the kid out and set the car back down. Cortisol was a great thing there. That stress was a great thing. It's like back when we lived in caves and jungles and prairies and forests and those types of things, and in the old days when we were being chased by tigers, and the tiger would take off chasing us, we'd have a burst of energy, a burst of cortisol, and we would be able to run unbelievable speeds and outrun the tiger. That was a good thing. Now the other way cortisol works is we'd be at night sitting around the campfire and watching the fire there and eating our carrots, and the tiger would come up behind us and glom onto us and start eating us alive. The cortisol would kick in, our bodies would go into shock, we'd go into death mode, and we'd have a fairly painless death being eaten alive. Well, folks, today most of us aren't literally being chased by saber-toothed tigers, nor are we literally being eaten by saber-toothed tigers. But we sure got a lot of stress. And, whether it's family issues, whether it's work issues, whether it's, your boss or your employees or the peers that you work with, or friend issues, or if it's issues, stress about being a parent, or stress with your parents, or stress with a partner or spouse, and then there's economic stresses and political stresses and environmental stresses and traffic stresses, and the list goes on and on and on. And so here's this ongoing, almost continual push of cortisol into our body, which in short bursts, again, was meant to be a good thing, but when it's long-lasting, there's a problem with that. It starts building up and becomes very toxic in our body. When we outran the tiger, we physically burnt up the cortisol. But today, most of us are driving down the road in our car, or we're sitting at the keyboard on our computer, or sitting in front of the tube with the remote. We aren't literally running. And so that cortisol, those hormones build up in our body, and what they do is they suppress the immune system. And clear back in 1973, Hans Selye, who was a Canadian researcher, showed that stress always impacts the weakest link of the body first. And I've said this to you before, but what happens is that it's not that you can say stress causes cancer, or stress caused your head cold, or your sore throat, or your back to go out, or any of those things, but stress suppresses the immune system. And then whatever our weak links are, whether it's heart disease or kidneys or liver, or whether it's skin issues, or whether it's our back going out, or maybe it's cancer or diabetes or autoimmune diseases, whatever it might be, whatever our weakest link is, then our autoimmune system becomes weakened, and we're ripe to create that disease in our life. And you've seen people that get so stressed, and they're just kind of hyper and bouncing off all the walls, and you've seen other people who just totally shut down. They go into depression. That's the death mode, like they're being eaten alive. They're depressed, and they're just not very functional. The cortisol's building up in their body. So several things that are important here. One is to use self-hypnosis techniques, stress reduction techniques, to stay calm, to stay relaxed, to be able to manage your stress and your reaction to stress throughout the day. Now, all the self-hypnosis in the world, all the stress reduction techniques in the world is not going to prevent life stressors. The earth is going to continue spinning. We're still going to be caught in traffic. We still have bills to pay. We still have politics going on. We still have world wars and crises and all those things happening in our lives. But what we do have control over, what we do have choice over, is how we respond to those things. And again, I've said this before. You can either show up at a meeting stressed and late, or show up relaxed and late. If you're caught in traffic and you're going to be late, you're going to be late. Showing up stressed and late doesn't serve anybody. So you might as well use your stress reduction techniques, show up late, and be relaxed about it. And the rest of the meeting is going to go much better for you. You're going to be able to focus, and the rest of your day is going to go better. But you get all stressed, and it's just going to wreak havoc on yourself, on your day, and make you less of a fully functioning person. And there's other things that you can do besides using self-hypnosis and using the various stress reduction techniques that I've talked about here at Hypnosis Health Info. Listen to Orange Blossom. Up there in the orange menu bar under stress at Hypnosis Health Info, the drop-down tab under stress is Orange Blossom. And what that is a free 27-minute MP3 download that you can download onto your MP3 player. I'd urge you to listen daily for at least 2 weeks. And what it is anytime you feel any bit of stress, any tension, any least bit of upset, that you simply say or think Orange Blossom and feel a wave of relaxation flow over you. Anytime you see an orange construction sign, a road construction sign, that you feel a wave of relaxation flow over you. And when you use these stress reduction techniques, when you use self-hypnosis, when you listen to relaxing recordings like Orange Blossom, it truly does allow your body to relax. And it allows your body to start restoring health. Now, of course, the other thing that's an absolute must here is cardio activity. Get out, if you can't run, get out and walk. Or ride a bike, ride a two-wheeler on the road, or ride an exercise bike in your home or in the gym. Go swimming, do some sort of aerobic activity, Zumba or dancing or whatever it might be for you. Keep your body moving and burn up those toxins from the cortisol in your body. So look around here at all the tools and resources at Hypnosis Health Info. Again, look up there in the orange menu bar under stress and Orange Blossom. I urge you to download that, listen daily for 2 weeks. It's 27 minutes in length. Sit back, relax, close your eyes, don't drive, and just relax. And allow that wave of relaxation to flow over you and create better health in your life. I'm Roger Moore, and this is Hypnosis Health Info.